Well, it was done in your mom's basement.
Yeah, it was actually done in my mom's basement, and it was a pretty good experience. I mean, we used what resources we had, and the people we knew, the friends who we had could lend us some expertise in engineering the record, and getting the space all set out to record a record. Yeah, it was a good experience. I don't think we're gonna try for the next time. I mean, I think we'll probably hopefully aim for something else. We made some more friends along the way. Somebody is our new friend, I guess you call him Justin Pisferrato, who mixed our record. Hopefully people like him can play a larger part in the next recording session.
Yeah. I mean, basically the process too was us. We just sat up in the basement of his mom's place. She would make us meals. We had Bud Light Lime in the fridge.
Nice.
And we just kind of did it all ourselves. Recorded it all ourselves in sense of, like you said, with Scott Justin. And it was interesting. It was our first time really doing it like that. So it was a lot of trial by fire. Amps in the laundry room. Yeah. Waiting for loads of laundry to be finished so we could track a solo or whatever. But all interesting stuff. Actually, yeah, that's one thing I would change is that it was cool being able to record and go to sleep and wake up.
All of the cars and all of the people around on the corner and they don't.
Well, I guess the process at your mom's probably took 3 or 4 days. It's like a long weekend type of thing. But we'd gone in and done a little bit of tracking before one of our tours, a few of the songs, so it was kind of a 2-step process. So I mean, it probably all came together over 4 months.
You ain't gonna be around in the morning sun.
It kind of worked with this old photo I had of my dad, and he was there's this old Twister party going on, and you could see it in the corner. And coming from Kansas, it kind of fit. There's a lot of noise on the record, and it's just kind of stuck there. A lot of themes kind of.
Sun is rising, but there ain't gonna be no more.
When I first heard Morning Sun, I definitely, especially after we started getting the mixes back, I was like, this song could be the whole record. That really got me excited about the whole thing. That's probably still my favorite one. I don't think I've listened to the record hardly at all since it's come out, but when we got the mixes back, we were listening to them pretty intensely, and that was definitely my favorite one.
Come on, man, be more vain. Listen to your record. Yeah, see, mine were probably close behind. There's so much in it. It's soft and it's loud and it's chaotic, so it's kind of got all around it. Well, tonight is the last night of our 20-day tour, so the immediate future I'm going to rest for a day and relax a bit. But then we're going to get back into working mode. We got 20 songs kind of we're working on right now. Going to keep writing, hopefully November, December, try to record those songs and do it again next year.
Yeah, there's a lot of inspiration on tour. I'll say that. I don't know if they get worked into songs so immediately. I mean, typically the process is Jason or Ben will come up with the main structure of the song, and then we'll all hash it out together. And typically that takes an environment rehearsal space or where maybe usually we don't get to sit down as a band while we're on tour, aside from when we set up on stage. So we don't get to hash that sort of thing out too much, but I'd say a lot of inspiration occurs for material on tour.
I love Neil Young, Bob Dylan, all the usual suspects. I really got into the Allman Brothers, that type of southern rock type of thing, and then I got a buddy who got me into all the 90s bands. So I started really listening to Pumpkins and Nirvana, and now it's Dino Jr., so it's kind of a big passion. But I love your background. It's completely different.
I'd say, I'm about the inverse of that. I grew up more with the 90s stuff and the 70s punk stuff, Clash and amongst Usual Suspects. And just recently got more into, like Buffalo, Springfield.
Teach me all about the Wu-Tang Clan.
That's right, yeah, we were listening to Wu-Tang Clan just the other night. I don't think I could have got through high school without that.
Turn off your news and close up your gate. Shut all your curtains and clean up your plate.
Savannah, Georgia. I think the people there are amazing. They're so nice to us, and great show. They all came out and supported us. It's a beautiful place to.
It's dope. Louisville, Kentucky was definitely a sleeper pick. That ended up being a really cool place. We met a few cool people. Definitely a place I would like to go back to.
Leatherheads.
Leatherheads, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, dope shop, like leather making shop. Yeah. Fine purveyors of leather goods.
I'm 29 right now. I probably started playing when I was 16.
Yeah, I'm 24, and I started playing the bass when I was probably like 12 years old. I started in 4th grade, so younger than that. I started with the upright bass in school, so 4th grade, I was 10 years old, and yeah, probably about 9 or 10.
It's probably right around the start of 2008, 2009. One of those years, a little over 2 years ago. And I just moved to town, and a mutual friend introduced me to Ben, the other guitar player. We started playing around a little bit. I was working at a place, and Kurt walks in. He starts working too. I find out that day he's a drummer, so we kind of just decided to get a rehearsal space and see what happened. And it was probably like a year later. We went through a couple bass players, and then Mike walked into our lives and changed everything. I was a Rubik's Cube first year I moved to New York.
My buddy Ray was a Rubik's Cube.
So it's not that weird.
No, it's a good costume.
There's a good story with it. I was down in the subway, and it actually perfectly fit right through the turnstile. And I was so happy about this, I was doing tricks with my cell phone and trying to bounce it off the shoulder of the Rubik's Cube. Which sounds like a great idea, right?
Yeah.
But of course, it just slipped off and fell down to the train tracks.
Right.
So, I don't have much money here in New York. It's taking all your money, so I got to get my cell phone. I took off my cube and jumped down, and I got the phone. I had a buddy pull me out. I lived to this day. So,
Yeah.
don't do that. Anybody?
Yeah, they say you have to
please.
jump after your phone.
You're not supposed to jump down.
Yeah. I was a character off of Parliament Funkadelic record. The record is The Clones of Dr. Funkenstein, and I was like one of the the characters in like the P-Funk saga, and I guess it was Dr. Funkenstein, but I'm not quite sure. But it was a cool costume, kind of last minute. It's like there were kitchen gloves involved, like spray paint, like stars, and that sort of stuff. It was cool.
I mean, sorry, I love the Halloween costume. I gotta take back my previous answer back. My best one was...
Oh, dude, this past Halloween.
What was that?
The freshman.
Nah, that's not the
That was
best.
a good
The best is
costume.
Pumpkin Guts, the unsung hero of the pumpkin.
That is fun.
So I just got a lot of orange yarn and some long john underwear and just like put a bunch of yarn over it. That's probably the best.
I still don't know if I've been on like an official date ever in my life, so.
Yeah, all mine end with headbutts, so.
Yeah, wait a minute, tell about your first date.
We went to the movies. It was a very awkward Aaron Brockovich experience. All the tension there, trying to hold the hand. And then, cruising Maine in my pickup truck. It's night's going great. Go back to her house. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to, get the kiss. I lean in. She leans in. She knows it's awkward. And we slam heads. She looks at me and says, "That's awkward," and gets out of the truck. And I'm just like pounding the wheel the whole way home. So it's kind of demoralizing. It's a great first date.
Man.
Well, I can't even think about that. But my favorite movie that I've seen recently is definitely Brain Scanners with Edward Furlong. We have a VHS video player in our van, and we've been collecting all these awesome gems, and I really recommend that movie, Brain Night Scanners.
I just don't even know. 1986's Thrashin' is definitely among my favorites. I don't know. Really, it's a tough one.
You're supposed to say like Deer Hunter.
Yeah, I feel like this energy just got bad. I don't know, if you look on my computer, I've got like 4 movies. And it's like, I think I got Rosemary's Baby on there, and Bebe's Kids. It's pretty much stuff with Bebe, or things that sound like Bebe in the title, I'll probably like. Look Who's Talking Now is kind of tight.
I've been pulled over a lot, never arrested.
Jason always gets pulled over.
I always get pulled over, yeah. Georgia and Florida love to pull me over. I think it's long hair and the creepy van. And like, this guy is certainly going downtown with us. Our record's clean.
No, I've never been arrested.
We just did it in North Manchester, Indiana. What did we do?
I don't know. We kind of upset some people.
Yeah, we really
It probably shouldn't be our go-to songs if they were.
You did what did you do? Roxy music?
Yeah, I did Roxy music. Yeah. And I can't say I have a go-to. We got a buddy though who slays. What is it? Milo.
Yeah.
What's the song? The big one.
The big one.
Slays it. And there's like a 9-minute musical interlude, and he's got like the whole place on their feet, like throughout the whole interlude. So
his name's Shane. He's in Chicago,
yeah.
and if you see a Shane in Chicago, just ask him to do that.
Yeah.
Might get lucky. It was good and interesting. Like the first night we moved to town, our bicycles got stolen, so it's like, welcome to New York. Life's gonna be hard for a little bit, but it was good. You get used to smaller spaces, paying a lot of rent, and once you get comfortable and figure all that out, it's the best city to be for being in a band, because there's so many people around and want to support you. And you find like guys who play bass easily, and where I grew up, it's there's just a few players around, so I'm happy. Strangely, this is my first time ever to Philly. The only thing I know about it is my parents, when they came to visit me last year, tried to come to Philly really, really hard. They wanted to see the Liberty Bell. It's a big thing for them. And their GPS navigation unit took them in a circle 4 times around the city, and they got so upset that they just left. That's all I know.
let's just go back to Kansas.
My dad was like, I'm going home. I'm going all the way back to Kansas. He was so frustrated. So they went to, it's somewhere out of town, parked the car, I got in the train, and then brought them to New York. So
that's really bad. Oh, but yeah, this is like technically, I guess, my second time in Philadelphia. I went to a Sixers game one time. That was probably like 7 or 8 years ago. That was a great time. And so far, this is a great time. So,
Great.
cities.